I would like you to stop my heart. You give it 1 minute, and then you bring me back.
60 seconds. You haven't lived until you died of boredom. Flatliners is directed by Niels Arden Oplev, the director of the original Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. It stars Ellen Page, Diego Luna, Nina Dobrev, and it's a remake of the 1990 cult classic Flatliners, and it tells the story of a bunch of med students who decide to kill themselves and then revive themselves so they could see what it's like after death. When this was first coming out, it was marketed as a sequel because, hey, Kiefer Sutherland was in the original. He's in this one too. It's not a sequel, it's a remake. He's playing completely different characters. There's no reference to the original. There's no reason for this movie to exist at all. I'm not going to pretend the original was particularly great. It's not. It's pretty fucking stupid, but at least it's got some interesting ideas and it's got a lot of fun 90s cheese to it. This has none of that. There's no reason for it to exist at all. It's a beat-for-beat retelling of the original movie with just some characters gender swapped. Ooh, fucking blow me. Ellen Page is the Kiefer Sutherland character. Diego Luna is the Kevin Bacon character. Nina Dobrev is the Julia Roberts character. They're all literally just rehashings of the character from the first movie. It offers nothing. It really is just fucking dumb. I wasn't expecting this movie to be good, but I was at least expecting it to be serviceable, and I mean, in some aspects it was, I guess. The acting was fine. Some of the visuals were kind of nice. If I had to say something nice about it, I could say that it's harmless. It's not hurting anyone by existing. It's just completely unnecessary is the best word for it. It totally has no cause to have been made, aside from hoping to make a quick buck, which I don't even know if it did, honestly. Ellen Page is good. The others are fine. Fuck, man, I don't know. There's not much good to say about this movie. As for the bad, it's just really nonsensical, and it takes some of the more interesting concepts from the original, like the fact that what's happening to them is potentially psychosomatic, and it doesn't really change that, but it introduces the possibility, oh, maybe it's demonic, and I'm like, that's fucking stupid. The pacing in this movie is fucking awful. It's god-awful. Like, I don't even know what the fuck they were thinking. It feels like there are scenes from the 3/4 mark in the film that feel like they should have been at the beginning or in the middle somewhere. Certain characters' hauntings are not even addressed until the last third of the film, and it's just really weird, and it's a poor choice, and the editing in this movie is just really, really bad. This film was hacked to shit, and you can tell. There's a scene when someone is stabbed through the hand, and then literally the next shot you see is everyone just sitting in a restaurant, and it's never really addressed that happened. He's like, oh look, I have gauze on my hand. Cool. This movie's biggest problems were its pacing and its writing, because the pacing was way the fuck off, like I was just saying, and the writing is just weird. I don't even really understand where they were going with a lot of it. There were a lot of parts that just sort of come out of nowhere and feel like they're going to be addressed and they never are, or they're just things that are just really quickly rushed through. Ellen Page dies and is revived and then is just like, I'm gonna bake some bread, and they quickly address in like 2 scenes later that she's like, oh, I remembered my grandma's recipe, and it's so wonky, and this thing is just so awkward. It starts hailing and they go, look, it's hailing, and then they run outside to play in the hail, and it's just like, I don't know, man. It's fucking weird. Diego Luna's character is constantly flip-flopping between this is wrong and this is fucking cool. And it just doesn't make any sense. There's no character arcs. There's no really anything save for like 2 characters who actually have an interesting arc. But even those arcs are really quickly rushed through and ham-fisted. And they feel like they're only there in order to check off boxes from the original film. If you've seen the original movie, you are literally going to know every single thing that happens in this movie, save for one thing. And I'm not going to spoil what that thing is in case one of you is interested in seeing this movie, but honestly, you're better off just watching Joel Schumacher's from 1990. This one doesn't really offer anything new. It doesn't offer anything special. fuck, man, I don't know. There's no reason to care. There's no reason to give a shit about this movie. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. It's not the best thing I've ever seen. It's not particularly good. It's bad, but it's not nearly as bad. It's not nearly bad enough to be like, oh, it's a garbage fire, but this movie offers nothing. It's like eating cardboard. It's like, yeah, you're probably gonna be satisfied because you're eating something, but there's no nutritional value whatsoever. Fuck it, man. Flatliners is soulless as fuck. It's just really a completely pointless remake that offers nothing. It delivers nothing, and it's just, man, I don't know. It's just pointless. This was a total waste of time. At least I saw it for fucking cheap. Fuck it, like, comment, subscribe.
Relax. Enjoy the experience.